Hello everyone, this is the solution for problem 7 in homework 7. So firstly, we know that the Poisson process dt equals n1t cosine omega t plus theta plus n2t sine omega t plus theta. Firstly, we want to get the expectation of dt. So because n1t and n2t are wide-sense stationary process, which means that its expectation is a constant value. So we can have that the expectation of n1t equals eta 1 and the expectation of n2t equals eta 2, where eta 1 and eta 2 are two constants. Then we can compute the expectation of zt. The expectation of zt is equal to the expectation of n1t times the expectation of cosine omega t plus theta plus the expectation of n2t times the expectation of sine omega t plus theta. So we can note that these two parts are equals to 0. Therefore, it is eta 1 times 0 plus eta 2 times 0. So it is equal to 0. Therefore, the expectation of z is 0. Then we want to compute the autocorrelation of z. So by the definition of autocorrelation, it should be equal to the expectation of zt1 minus the expectation of zt1 times zt2 minus the expectation of zt2. So obviously from the first part of the problem, these two parts are equal to 0. Therefore, it is equal to the expectation of zt1 times zt2. If we substitute these two with the formula here, therefore we will get it is equal to n1t1 cosine omega t1 plus theta 1 plus n2t1 sine omega t1 plus theta times n1t2 cosine omega t2 plus theta plus n2t2 times sine omega t2 plus theta. If we expand this formula, we can get it is equal to the square of n1t1 times the expectation of cosine omega t1 plus theta times cosine omega t2 plus theta and plus eta 1 eta 2, because the expectation of n1t1 is eta 1 and the expectation of this is eta 2, so it should be eta 1 and eta 2. The expectation of cosine omega t1 plus theta sine omega t2 plus theta plus theta 1 theta 2. The expectation of cosine it should be sine omega t1 plus theta times cosine omega t2 plus theta plus the expectation of square of n2 square t2. The expectation of should be n1t1 and n1t2 should be n2 t1 times n2 t2, the expectation of sine times sine. So because the n1 and n2 are WSS, therefore these two parts can be written as n tau, where tau is equal to t2 minus t1. Therefore, then we explain this part written at the integral form. We can have it should be equal to Rn1 tau 2 pi 1 over 2 pi 0 to 2 pi cosine omega t1 plus theta cosine omega t2 plus theta plus zeta 1 zeta 2 2 pi over 1 over 2 pi 0 to 2 pi cosine omega t1 plus theta sine omega t1 plus t2 plus theta d theta. Plus zeta 1 zeta 2 1 over 2 pi 0 to 2 pi sine omega t1 cosine omega t2 plus theta d theta plus Rn2 tau 1 over 2 pi 0 to 2 pi sine omega t plus theta times sine omega t2 plus theta d theta. So then we simplify this part. We could get it should be equal to 1 over 2 Rn1 tau 1 over 2 pi 0 to 2 pi cosine omega t1 plus t2 plus 2 theta d theta minus it should be plus cosine omega tau, where tau is equal to t1 minus t2 plus 1 over 2 eta 1 times eta 2 1 over 2 pi 0 to 2 pi sine omega t1 plus t2 plus 2 theta d theta minus sine omega tau plus 1 over 2 eta 1 times eta 2 1 over 2 pi 0 to 2 pi it should be sine omega t1 plus t2 plus 2 theta d theta plus sine omega tau. So at last, the last part should be 1 over 2 Rn2 tau 1 over 2 pi 0 to 2 pi cosine omega t1 plus t2 plus 2 theta d theta minus this should be minus cosine omega tau. So because the integral from 0 to 2 pi should be a period, therefore this part, and this part should always be 0. Therefore it can be simplified as 1 over 2 Rn1 tau times cosine omega tau plus 1 over 2 eta 1 eta 2 it should be minus sine omega tau plus 1 over 2 eta 1 eta 2 sine omega tau or plus 1 over 2 r into tau cosine omega tau. Therefore, this can be vanished. Therefore, it should be 1 over 2 r and 1 tau plus r into tau times cosine omega tau. We can see that this part is determined by tau and has no related with t1 or t2. It has only related to tau equals t1 minus t2. Therefore, this can be written as r z tau. Therefore, from the proof in previous part, we will know that the expectation of z is equal to 0, and the autocorrelation of should be x plus tau, and it should be x. The correlation of x and x plus tau should be at z tau. Therefore, this should be a WSS process. We have already proved the first two problems. For the last problem, we want to compute the value of RZ0. Then we can use this formula. It should be 1 over 2 Rn10 plus Rn20 times cosine 0, and cosine 0 equal to 1. It equals to 1 over 2 Rn10 plus Rn20. It is equal to 1 over 2 the expectation of N1, the square of N1t plus the expectation of square of N2t. Therefore, we have already solved this problem.